YTBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. This video is called The Circle of Trust, okay? And I want to reference this to one Floyd Mayweather Jr., okay? People think because this guy has millions of dollars that's just the end all, that he's just very, very happy, okay? And rightly so, he probably is happy. He's living a lifestyle that a majority of us probably will never see, okay? And I get it. He's living that lifestyle. But now let's talk about the circle of trust. Let's talk about why Floyd Mayweather wrote his whole staff a letter. And he wrote it to a lot of people. He wrote them a letter. And in that letter, he contained that he can no longer deal with any more of their problems. And that after this last fight on the contract, they got to go. Literally, he didn't say it in those words, but, that's what the letter was about. The letter was about, okay, after this last fight, you guys got to go. Here's what I think Floyd came to a realization. Imagine yourself being Floyd Mayweather Jr. You're the richest man in sports, okay? You have money. You can buy anything you want in this world. Anything you want in this world, you can buy it for days. You don't have to blink an eye. You can have it, okay? But the one thing that his money can't buy is trust. See, you can't buy trust. You can even buy happiness with money, because if anybody tell you that having money don't make you happy, they stupid. They ain't never had no money, okay? But if I got a pocket full of money, I'm real happy, okay? Money can buy happiness. I don't care what you say. A lot of money can buy happiness. But see, a lot of money can't buy a person's trust. You can't buy that, okay? You cannot buy trust. I don't care how much money you give to a person. You can't buy trust. And that's just the way that is, okay? I want y'all to think about this for a moment. Your name Floyd Mayweather Jr. You wake up in your house. You look around the room in your house and you see people in your house. You see maybe 20, 25 to 50 people in your house at a time. And you look around your house and you think, who the hell is this? Do I know this person? See, is that person, I know that person is my friend, but is that person a friend of the friend of the friend that they invited into my house? You see, I know Floyd probably got to a realization like, dang, who are all these people in my house, and do I know all these people? These people in my house freeloading off my resources. They freeloading, using my power, using everything in my house, eating my food. They're in my house, and I don't know them. I don't know any of these people. I know some of these women that I hired to be with me, but you don't trust them because they're all trying to sue him. I think Floyd came to a realization. I think he really just said, you know what? I got to stop this. After this last fight, these people, they got to go because I can't maintain this standard of living anyway. See, there's a circle of trust. No matter how much money Floyd has, no matter how much money you have as a person, no matter how much money you give a person, you can't buy trust. You can't trust them. You can never buy trust in a person. And that's just the way it is. You see, let's think about it in this context. I looked at some of Floyd's All Access videos, and I looked at the ones, building up the Pacquiao fight. And what was so kind of unique about these All Access videos, I noticed something. I noticed that there wasn't a huge entourage in the videos. Like, only people he surrounded himself with is mostly family and people that he could trust. And then I looked at another video, 30 Days in May. I looked at that video, and again, I looked in the room. And all the people who was in the room with Floyd Mayweather when he was about to go away to jail, I noticed Roger Mayweather was there. I noticed Leonard Ellerbe was there. I noticed Ayanna Mayweather was there. I noticed that Ayanna's mother was there, okay, because they're still pretty much good friends. I noticed something. I noticed that his father was not there. I noticed that a lot of those women that Floyd employs, I know they weren't there. I know, and I even saw his cut man. I saw Rafael Garcia. He was in the picture. They kind of phased him in and out. I noticed he was there. But his own father didn't come and see him off the jail. People, you know what? It kind of told me something. Like Floyd Sr. really don't care about his son. He care about the legacy of the career. If Floyd Mayweather died today, you know what would happen? Floyd Sr., they'd probably be fighting over who gets what. That's what they would do. They would fight over who gets what. They wouldn't be fighting over the fact that, hey, my son gone. My son is dead. Nope. You see, the character of a man is the man himself. And Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s character has shown me over all these years. And I remember when Floyd got into the fight with Zab Judah, the Zab Judah fight. I remember that because Zab hit Floyd in the nuts. I'm talking about hit him with a blatant low blow. Roger Mayweather jumped in the ring. Even Leonard Ellerbe jumped in the ring. Leonard Ellerbe. I'm gonna talk about Leonard Ellerbe a little bit later in this video. But they jumped in the ring. Because you know why they jumped in the ring? It's not because Floyd paid them to do it. They jumped in the ring because they genuinely care about Floyd as a person. You know what Floyd Sr. did? He sat out there. He sat in the audience and he was smirking. Like he thought it was funny. He actually thought it was funny that his son got punched in the nuts. And then, you know what? I put two and two together. I'm like, you know why he come to those fights? He come to the fights because he wanted his son to lose. He wanted him to lose so he could say, well, you know what? My son, if he'd have had his daddy in his corner, he'd have won. If he'd have had his daddy in his corner, well, daddy, I'm sorry. He still won, despite, he had to deal with the media wanting him to lose. He had to deal with his own fans wanting him to lose. He had to deal with his own daddy sitting there wanting him to lose. And see, people, Floyd Sr. told this lie saying, well, I didn't want to train Oscar De La Hoya against my son. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. You didn't train Oscar De La Hoya to fight your son because De La Hoya didn't want to pay you what you wanted. It was all about money. See, it was never about your son. It was never about his son. Floyd Mayweather Sr. don't care. And then there are a lot of all these doppelgangers that's hanging around his house. Man, he looked around and I'm sure he probably said, no, I got to get rid of all these people. These ladies, all these women, they're around my daughter, and they're influencing my daughter. And see, he had a revelation. I'm telling you, he had a revelation because it was different. I saw something in him that's different. I saw that, he was tired. He was tired of all just the people. He was tired of the people. He was tired of carrying all this damn dead weight. He was tired of carrying that dead weight. And, I can't blame him. This man want to go out when he retire. He want to have all his faculties and he want to, enjoy his loved ones. That's his goal. So I applaud Floyd for taking this step, writing all these people a letter and telling them that they got to go. That they got to go. You see, now he's starting to understand. He's starting to understand people. He's starting to understand people like he had to bring back his cut man, Rafael Garcia. Rafael Garcia was never really about the money. He's really about Floyd. If you notice, he genuinely, deeply cares about Floyd like Floyd's a younger son. He cares about him. And he's always giving Floyd good advice. Like when Maidana, and this right here to me was classic. When Maidana kept hitting Floyd, in the nuts, Rafael Garcia said, well, son, you go right back out there and you go punch him in his nuts. I mean, it was classic. But it's because Rafael Garcia, he does care about Floyd. And it wasn't about the money because Rafael Garcia said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to go ahead and leave because I've been in your corner for all these years and I don't want to take another role, so I'd rather just go ahead and retire, instead of, be at odds with you and fight. He said, I'll just retire. And I think it was classy of Floyd to say, you know what, Rafael, I need you in my corner. And Floyd asked him to come back. You see, but Floyd knew that, you know what, this man has cared about me for years. And now I talk about Leonard Ellerbe. Everybody in the YTBC, we all got the question, what does Leonard Ellerbe do? I mean, I see him massaging Floyd's chest. I see him holding Floyd's feet. I've even seen Leonard Ellerbe wear the little bag that Nate Jones wears and let Floyd punch him in the stomach. I've even seen Leonard Ellerbe spotting Floyd. I've seen Leonard Ellerbe holding the heavy bag. I've seen Leonard Ellerbe doing these things. I've even seen Leonard Ellerbe standing next to the speed bag, watching Floyd hit the speed bag. And I've always said, what does Leonard Ellerbe do? Okay? And then I figured out, oh, he's the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. Okay? I think Floyd, to be honest with y'all, I think Floyd just gave Leonard that position. Because if you don't know, Leonard had a very, very good job before he started working with Floyd. He had a real good job, paying nearly 6 figures. And he left that job to volunteer and work for Floyd for free. See, Leonard was there before Floyd even became a multimillionaire. Leonard was there. Leonard was there, and Roger introduced Leonard or Floyd to Leonard, and Leonard was actually head of security. He was Floyd Mayweather's bodyguard at one time. But Leonard left everything he had in that job and came working for Floyd. His loyalty. See, Floyd was actually going to fire Leonard. He was going to fire him, man. It was kind of comical. Like, man, you going to fire Leonard over, just putting up your belts. I mean, dude, you knew you were going to win anyway. Just shut up. You're going to fire him over that, and because his daughter didn't have the right seats. And I think Floyd really had to think, you know what? Leonard been in my corner since day one. Leonard Ellerbe been there for me since day one. I mean, he been there. He has done the odd jobs that nobody else would do. He's been there. He's been the yes man that I'm looking for, But Leonard actually does deep down care about Floyd as a person. He care about him. I mean, and it's not like, you got to look far. I mean, Leonard was there too. When Floyd was going to jail, Leonard Ellerbe was sitting right there. He was sitting right there, and he kind of kept the day-to-day operations of everything going. And I think if anything, Floyd could trust Leonard. Floyd can trust Leonard. Floyd put up all those belts against Maidana because he really thought that that's what Floyd wanted. I don't even think he was trying to make a power move. I just think Leonard just went ahead and he just did it, And then he was paying an assistant $250,000. He did that. And, I think Leonard learned a lesson and all that. And I think Floyd, just couldn't leave the leash, couldn't leave the leash, too loose with Leonard. But I think Leonard deep down cares about Floyd. If he didn't, man, who would leave a six-figure job to come work for somebody for free? Who would do that? But Leonard did. And Floyd knows that Leonard, is in his corner. He knows that, and Leonard, Leonard even, was the one that checked the gloves out with Maidana. He was the one, man. These gloves ain't got no padding in it. I mean, the intangibles. Now I kind of get Leonard Ellerbe's role. I get it, okay? And Floyd wanted to keep him around. He had to. But here's the thing. Who can you trust? See, who can you trust? You see, Floyd knows he can't trust his own dad. Floyd is using his dad for defense. I mean, really, his dad is a skillful defensive master. And he's using his dad because Floyd truly don't want to take any unnecessary punishment. He don't want to take any damage before he leaves the sport of boxing. Floyd has always said, you know what, I want to be sharp when I leave boxing. And his dad is a defensive genius. Roger wasn't so much of a defensive genius, but I do know too that Floyd spends a lot more time with Roger. Spends a lot more time with Roger because Roger is real and factual. Roger not, living in emotion. Roger not telling Floyd what he want to hear. Roger is very factual, and Roger will just tell Floyd just the way it is. He'll say what he say on his mind, and if Floyd don't like it, Roger don't give it. Roger don't care. Roger will say what he gonna say. And I think that's why Floyd now is spending more time with Roger, okay? He spent a lot of time with Roger. People don't know that, But how would you feel? See, how would you feel? How would you really, really feel if you had everything that money can buy, but you can't buy a person's trust? And Floyd has said many times that he's going to get his daughter Ayanna Mayweather to run Mayweather Promotions when she graduates high school. He said that. He said her role is going to be she's going to run the company. She's going to run the company. And I can see her doing that because she cares. She cares about Floyd. I'm telling you now, she really cares about her dad. And she was the only one of the kids who was in the video before Floyd was going off to jail. She was in the video. She was there, She cares about her dad. The other kids, when Floyd is in that ring, they may be cheering sometimes, but most of the time, they're sitting like zombies. They're looking, they got this thing look on their face like, ugh. They are. And they really don't like their dad. And people can say, well, it's because he beat their mom. But y'all, honestly and truthfully, I want to see those images. I want to see the images. I want to see those bruises. I want to see the black eye. I want to see all of that. But y'all, I've been searching and searching and searching. I ain't seen no images. I've not seen anything. Now, can part of the story be really true? Was Josie Harris really a crackhead? Was she? See, we don't know. We just don't know. But I'll tell you this. Who can you trust? How many times have you given money to certain people and then they turn right around and stab you in the back? Who can you trust? How many times have you helped a friend out of a situation and they turn right back around and they stab you in the back? Who can you trust? People, money can't make you trust anybody. Ask Floyd Mayweather. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.